So basically what I'm doing is creating a capture nut, and I'm closing the end off a pipe so it can bolt to my motorcycle. Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today I got another welder that does lift TIG, does stick welding, it does shielding gas welding, mixed gas, and it does flux core. Now I do have other welders on my channel where I reviewed them, and what I said about those welders still stand, but everything is evolving every day. And this welder here I really like. I like how it works. The number one thing I love about it is the display and how quiet it is, which we'll get into that here in a minute. But this is the Riland MIG205DS inverter multi-process welder. And it's actually built out of some durable plastic, and it's not real flimsy like most welders. First off, this already comes on the welding machine itself, right? So it can hold a 10-pound roll of wire. I switch between gas and flux core, so I just get 1-pound rolls. And this is made out of plastic, reverse threads. It's typical. The inside is plastic, which there's nothing wrong with that. It makes the machine a lot lighter. This thing is super light, which I like that. The last welder I had felt like was outdated. Kind of feels like the 80s with a little bit of electronics on it, and the buttons were super clunky. Now, as you can see, the MIG torch is super heavy duty. It's actually a really nice torch. Shield on it, it just pulls off. So that's pretty cool. The clamp is cheap, but that's what's to be expected with these welders. You can replace these for like 20 bucks for a heavy duty one. The power cord on this thing is super heavy duty, which I love about that. And it does have the quick connect on the front to connect the wires and all that stuff, and this unscrews. It comes with a bag full of goodies, which we'll get to that here in a minute. It comes with your adapter cable, like most of them do. It comes with your gas hose, and it comes with the stinger, and then it brings us to the bag full of goodies. Now, what's inside is what I love about this particular welder, the Riland welder. You get a lot of import welders off Amazon, and everything's in like Chinese, or you can't really understand what's going on. First thing it hits you with is a quick start guide. Tells you how to use the display screen, and all that stuff, right? Now, one thing you're going to notice with this thing is as soon as you turn it on, your display and stuff will come up, which we'll get to that here in a minute. You hear no fan, and this is what I love about this. This has a smart fan in it. It will only work when the machine is hot enough to need a fan. And what I like about this is I can film videos and weld and not have to worry about a fan kicking on. Another thing that I like about it, it has a QC pass. They put that card in there, and has another tip, a little tool, and your other rollers. And this is where we get to the good part, the user manual. I love this user manual. It's very in detail. It does say duty cycle at 60%. And another thing that I like, it has gas shielding, self-shielding, and spool gun diagram in here, how to hook it up. And it's really in detailed. I really like that. And then if you go back here, it also tells you the operating functions, what the knob does, all the modes. If we go back here to Appendix A, it has a circuit diagram of the whole machine, which is really useful. We go to Appendix B. As you can see, it has all the thicknesses of the wire that you're using, the current and the voltage that you need, and the welding speed and all that stuff. It tells you the gas flow. It tells you how to weld everything right here. So this user manual is very helpful for an import welder, which I really like that. It's in detail. It's all in English. There's no confusion on how to use the machine at all. And we also flip up the lid, and it tells you how to load the wire and how to hook up the TIG, the spool gun, the MMA gas hookup, and your flux core. Now, another thing I like about it is you have your modes right here. You have spool gun, you have MMA, lift TIG, MIG mag, MIG mix, and then flux core. And you really don't have to mess with none of this stuff here, but it does tell you in the user's manual what these buttons do. Today we're just going to focus on this knob. This is what we're going to have to mess with for pretty much our heat, and adjust the rest for us. So whatever thickness you need to weld, this is the knob you're going to need. There is buttons here that changes stuff. You can read that in your user manual, but I really like the face of this machine. And this is a very simple display, and it's a lot more simple than my last welder, and it does really, really good. So let's go over here and start welding with this bad boy. I'm going to start out the simple project, and then we'll start welding on that plate. So basically what I'm doing is creating a capture nut, and I'm closing the end off a pipe so it can bolt to my motorcycle. And what I mean by that is this will go down in here, and this will allow me to bolt through the fender and the saddlebag, and it'll be one piece. So I'm going to weld this up. As you can see, it did a really nice job of putting that on there. Fan still hasn't kicked on, but I like how quiet it is, and so we're going to go ahead and weld this on both sides. This is what we ended up making. As you can see, the nuts inside. Now I can mount it on my hard bags, and it'll have a sturdy place to mount to. As you can see, this is the bracket that we made for the motorcycle. It bolts through the fender and bolts through the saddlebag, and it makes it sturdy. So this is what we made today with that welder. Here are some of the beads that it laid. I started getting used to it, but as you can see, it does lay a pretty decent bead on flux core. So you really can't beat it for the price. This is perfect for somebody that's going to be doing stuff at the house. So at the end of the day, what do I think about this welder? I would give it a rating 7.5 out of 10, and that is for a do-it-yourselfer in your backyard. Exhaust, building bumpers, modifying motorcycles, or fixing your lawnmower deck, stuff like that. On that scale. Now, the only reason why I'm giving it a 7.5, number one, it welds really, really good on flux core, and it probably welds amazing on gas. I know the stick welder would work just like a stick welder. The lift TIG, I haven't really messed with it because I got to buy the torch and everything for it and all that good stuff. A 7.5 seems pretty good to me, seems pretty fair. The reason why I rated it that is because the display screen on it is actually really, really nice, super user-friendly. I can set this welder up real quick. I'm going to weld up some exhaust. Just got to turn the knob, make sure it's on flux core, weld up some exhaust. I'm going to be welding brackets and stuff like that like we made earlier. I already know what I got to set. I'm getting used to the welder. Turn the knob, start welding. There's no messing around with two knobs or clicking a bunch of buttons. It's very user-friendly, and I love the display. Now, another reason why I like this particular welder is the noise. My last welder is pretty much the same idea. My last welder, it's a little bit bigger, but it's the same idea. But as soon as you turn it on, you get a loud, high-pitched fan noise, but you get that with most welders. Well, this particular welder, and why I think it beats most out there, is it has the smart fan in it. You turn it on, and you don't hear anything. We welded on that bracket that we made, and we also welded on a plate at different heat ranges, and the fan never did kick on. So it did really, really well. I like how it's quiet. If I'm going to film a video, when you're filming a video, you're not going to be welding the whole entire length of the video, and if the fan does kick on, it's probably not even going to be in the video. So I like to be able to turn on the welder while I'm either talking to my buddies and welding, or I'm doing a video. And it's quiet. The fan don't kick on unless it needs it. Really nice feature of this welder. The downfall is the ground clamp is kind of chintzy, but other than that, the welder feels really, really nice, and I do recommend it. I was needing to upgrade my welder a little bit because as much as I use them, they kind of get beat up. The leads get beat up, they get burned up, they get stepped on, things get twisted, buttons break, and stuff like that. So I did need to upgrade. This welder is really nice. So if you are a hobbyist like me, I totally recommend getting that. And if you have a small space like I have, that thing is super quiet, and that welder gets super hot. So it'll do what you need for a do-it-yourselfer. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.